Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone. Got some new stuff to show you today. Local Cruisers is the theme, the push behind this one. International Scat 4x4 to show you. Now this video could easily be titled Things That Go Straight Over My Head because I don't seek this one out. You might. I hear they're popular. I don't get it, but that's okay. You can't understand everything. You can't appreciate everything, while others do. Case in point, quite often I get comments that go straight over my head in the sense that you kind of go, that's a completely different angle or a completely different point of view. Namely, I got a comment maybe a month or two ago. It stuck with me. And it was somebody saying that the golden age of Matchbox was the early 2000s. That's not really the case for me. In fact, that's not at all the case for me. But I'm old. And why would it be? I didn't grow up with Matchbox in the early 2000s. I grew up with Matchbox in the early 80s and late 70s. So, but especially the sort of 80 to 86 was, for me, the golden age, not necessarily for you. So that's why I say these might be your thing. Let's have a look. I think I've got this around the place several times. I keep on bumping into them and I keep on shifting them to another part of the collection because I don't know what to do with them. But here it is, the International Scout in the Skyjacker livery. It's a fairly effective paint job. Plastic base, where are we? 2012 copyright, so it's been around for a while. I know I have others of it. I know I do. But there's the Bronco with the roof. Different scale, but same sort of thing. They keep appearing around the place too, and maybe they'll form a little niche for themselves. Maybe they'll get to some kind of astronomical number around the place where I'm forced to have a separate drawer for them. Reissue in the 2018 Ford Mustang. I don't believe they did a single thing to this. In fact, I have the other one off to the side we'll bring in a second. It's blue, it's lovely. That's the same card as before, roughly. I suppose if you're a big collector of the cards, and many of you are, that would be the angle Matchbox or Mattel is going for here, with so many reissues. Gee, this one's giving me some hassles. There we go. Resistance is futile. Buddy-o. Alright, let's get old and new. Different shade blue, but that's probably paint batch going on. I wouldn't say it's a variation. Same interior, same back end. Yep. And you would imagine same front end. Yeah. I'm not convinced that that variation is intentional. I think it's just paint batch. So, yep, it's the Mustang, and I was sure this was a straight up reissue, but I alluded in a very recent video, whether I've posted it yet before this one or after this one, it'll be close. It's the 1971 Chevelle SS convertible, and I was convinced it was a reissue, but I'll show you otherwise. Or maybe they've done this exact one and I haven't picked up on it yet. This was the confusion. Is that a double? No. The one on the right is not completely different. That'd be a stretch. But the one on the right is Matchbox, but Leslie Edition Matchbox. So you get more detail. It's about twice the weight because it's got a metal base. You know what I prefer, and I can almost guarantee you prefer the metal base as well. Pay a little extra for it, but I think it's worth it. And completely different casting for the interior. On the one on the right, they tried. It's the front end. Yeah, different kettle of fish, isn't it? So we'll put him off to the side, not to further embarrass the main line. The Jeep Wrangler Superlift. Now, I got this in a 5-pack, I think it was like last year, and I thought it was a new casting because it was one of these issues, wasn't it? It was, I don't go after it, I don't even purposefully collect it at all, they just turn up, so my eyes glaze over when I see a Jeep Superlift. Again, a lot of people love them, cool. It's great that there are so many different ways to collect the same thing. Find a parking spot for it, and then I realise there are 18 of them, and it's like, huh, they look good together. That's how so many things form a niche around here. 2011 on the base, so yeah, they've been around for longer than I resumed collecting. Go for the Corvette because that's a straight up reissue. 2020 Corvette, it's 6 of 12. So I'm showing you 6 today, but there are 12 in this sub-series or the series. This is just straight up reissue. It's the one you'll get in the main line. Again, slight difference to the colour, but it's got to be batch. Nothing going on there that I can discern. Yeah. That was that one, wasn't it? But this one is a little more interesting. This is the Bronco I was talking about earlier. There's plenty of these around the place. 1972 Ford Bronco 4x4. Now, that's going to hook you in. The skull and wings. Not 100% on it, not the full bottle, should we say, but I'll crowd the table with things that will go very happily with this, including ones with the same logo on the door. 1972 Ford Bronco is the 6th one to show you today of Local Cruisers. It's got a, what is that, a phone number? Maybe. Don't know, maybe it's some kind of tour group, not sure. Quite often the relevance of things go straight over your head, don't they, because it's an inside game. See what I mean? Mustang went 4x4, it's a different type of thing, but if you're going to set up kind of a theme, kind of a ruffian's junkyard of these beat up dirty cars, I've supplied us with quite a few. There it is again, same but different, and I've been at it for a while because this one's from, I don't know, 20 plus years ago. It's the Dakota with the Wrecker's Yard theme, and yeah, there's all sorts of variants, but they all go together, and even slightly posh versions of the same theme in the camo. It's the Raptor. Chuck in a Chevy. Muddy wheels, muddy everything. And it's yet another with the splash up the side. And of course Grandpa has to get in on the action. Farm fresh produce as you might say. Yeah, so there you go. There's the Local Cruisers. I'm not sure what it all means, but I'll go along for the ride because they're all Matchbox. Why not? Like, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoy these videos. I always enjoy bringing them to you. It's free to subscribe. It's free to watch. You just got to sit through a boring ad of somebody else's choosing, and then it's access all areas from there. I tend not to put ads in the middle for your viewing pleasure. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.